Justin, welcome to people.
Are we ready?
Welcome to people. I was like, well, hey guys, welcome back to the Transformation Church weekly
message recap.
Podcast. Do we normally say weekly? I don't remember.
Nope, we don't.
Wait, all right, the
Why?
message
It's
recap.
weekly.
That's what they're known. These are the weekly
Well,
follow-up.
Once you start saying weekly, they're going to be expecting it weekly.
Yeah.
That's right.
It is the message recap podcast.
Yeah.
We're back again in the
Guess
flesh.
who's back? Back again. We are back.
Ladies
Rick
back.
preached on Sunday.
Yeah, that's good.
Great word.
It was really good.
Let's get moving. And so kicked off our summer road trip series.
Yeah,
sure,
buddy.
we'll unpack that here in a little
Pastor
bit.
Rick on here.
Yeah, I just literally thought about that while we were sitting here. I was like, he did preach on Sunday.
Nate, you're out. Don't get it.
Bring in Rick.
But no, yeah, it was a good message. We'll do a little,
Did a great job.
recap here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Help break down some things. But
Let's recap all the recap. Oh,
recap
God, I'm
here.
tired.
So-
Sorry.
Easy there, bud.
I'm tired. I ain't been sleeping good.
Really?
And on top of, I already sleep bad because of my sleep apnea. I've been in this weird habit where, like, by 8 o'clock, I want to be upstairs in my room. So I'm like on my bed just watching TV. And I got one of
that's
those,
terrible for you.
like the thing leans up. So I feel like I'm up. And I'm like, oh, I'll watch a show. I'll like,
brother.
I'll scroll
I've
through
seen
Amazon.
you in a hotel room. It don't
I'll
work like
scroll
that.
through Amazon. 5 minutes later, I'm
Yeah.
so
Shout out, just
half the night I'm sleeping with TV full on, t-shirt on top of the covers, lights on, and then it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, ugh, and then I'm like, turn the lights off, stumble to the bathroom, and then it's like I gotta get up at 4:30 tomorrow, like to go to the gym.
Ugh,
So it's just
Yeah, you must have been up scrolling the other night on TikTok.
I sent a video?
Yeah, you sent me a video at like 12 something in the morning. I said, but
what
it
was
was
it?
something that you would have sent me. And I was like, I almost replied to it, and then I saw the time. I was like, he didn't mean to send this to
Nope.
me.
Show it.
It was a Hanson video of them singing Mbop.
Oh, like currently as
Yeah,
adults?
currently.
Yeah. I saw that. I remember seeing that video on that TikTok, but I
You
don't
were
remember
drifting.
sending it.
Yeah,
I was
you
know
sent
why I was
it to
looking
me.
at it.
Who knows who else you sent it to?
I caught myself the other day. I'd sent one to Meg Burke, and like as soon as I guess I dozed up and I woke up right where it said like the circles where it said message sent. And if you catch it enough, you go into the message and you can delete it before they get it.
Yeah.
And so I was able to delete it. But she's got them from me before too. She's my
She
friend.
knows.
She's my friend. They all know I've done it all. So yeah. But no, I did not mean to send that. But
No.
yeah, I saw that. Hankton as adults still going around singing them bop.
I
So
would
really
pay-
weird.
I
It
would go.
wonders, man.
They have one song.
I would go to hear that one song.
Nah.
I love
And
that
the song doesn't make sense. What is
No.
in and mop? You're gone. Like, what are they talking about?
Wop, something like that.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was-
you don't know what we're talking about? You never
don't
heard of
know-
Mbop?
Hold on.
Oh wow!
Dude, we were like 8 when we were young.
There
when
were
that
three
came out.
brothers. It's three brothers. One played drums, one played guitar and sang, and the other like sang and played keys sometimes. And they have one hit called Mbop. Hold it to your mic.
That's a guy?
Yeah.
Like a
He's-
kid?
He's 13 in this, or 14 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 brothers.
He's
Let me get to the main part.
What's funny is
he definitely sounds like a teenager.
What's
Now
funny
they
is-
perform, they sound like adults.
yeah, and it's moved down like 3 steps.
Oh,
yeah, it's a whole
absolutely.
different key
Yeah.
now.
Okay, here we go.
You've never heard that?
What's funny is, have you seen anyone do like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff? They like play a part of the song, like the verse and the lyrics, and they're like, they were way too young to feel this way about life. Because like you read through the lyrics and it's like, golly, dude.
Yeah, except for the chorus.
Yeah. They must have wrote the chorus as 13-year-olds.
Yeah,
the verses
yeah.
are wrote by adults.
Yeah.
But no.
It was really popular. The girls, they're all like, at that age, they all had like long blonde hair.
97.
Yeah.
So we were
Yeah,
10. Yeah, you said no to 8. Like,
thought we were
no, we were
older.
Yeah,
16.
that was the
Like,
year I was born.
Stop it. This is what they look like. They all had long hair, long blonde hair.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I would pay to go see them
That's
sing
wild.
it.
Not me.
Bop, yibbity hop. That's what they sound like now.
Yeah.
They sound
They
the
have like
same.
a bass at the
No, God, no, they're like 3 keys.
It actually doesn't
down.
sound that bad. It sounds better as them as adults singing it than it is as the kids.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
remember how
I
he
was
got on
literally
there.
replying like,
Hanson.
I would pay to go see this, and then I saw like 12:38 or something. I was like,
yeah,
he
that's
didn't
not
need to send
normal.
that.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I was like,
No.
I'm not sending this.
That's funny.
I love TikTok, man. There's like lately, I've been a lot of golf stuff lately on TikTok.
Oh,
That guy,
my whole
whatever
TikTok.
his name is, the Asian Saban,
Yeah,
the
with the-
Vietnamese guy,
yeah,
the
I know
golfer,
what you're
he
talking about.
cracks me up.
I'm talking about
He's like a middle-aged Vietnamese guy that golfs and they record it.
Nate's not on TikTok anymore, right?
No, I deleted TikTok a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Good for
It's
you.
good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I
Good
just
for
get it through
you.
Instagram. So, I mean, I'm probably on
3 weeks
Instagram
later,
Reels
yeah.
as much as I am. I'd be on TikTok, but it's like
Yeah.
2 platforms would be just too much.
I get
So,
it.
Why not just do one that has all in one?
I have slowly started trying to. I got rid of Snapchat last
I
year.
don't even use
There you go.
Snapchat.
There you go.
Which I had like 2 people I would like sometimes talk to on it. One of my friends said like
Yeah.
that's how he likes to message his friends and
Yeah.
that type of thing. And but I barely used it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna delete it off my phone. I really want to do Facebook. I want to do Facebook so bad. I would love to just make the
just
move and get
so
rid of
many
Facebook.
people
Oh,
on
get rid of it.
Facebook.
Like
Millennials-
I'm thought of
millennials
like,
and up.
is it boomers, bro? Really? That's like the whole families.
Millennials are crazy on Facebook. You know how many
Yeah.
Facebook friend requests I get from millennials in the church too?
To me,
That was
Facebook has
that came out
become
when
a
we were-
utility. It's like you gotta have it. It's where you can stay
Yeah.
in contact with your church people or your, whether it's
Yeah.
work or church or
hear
your
about
social
modern-
stuff.
It's the modern Yellow Pages.
Yeah, like
The
birthday
events,
party. People put their events on there for parties, and it's like it's. But I want to get rid of it so bad.
Dude, I was thinking something we talked about the other day, talking about Facebook. There's a boomer, I'm not going to say his name, that was on Facebook, and he posted a question. It was like, does anybody know does anyone know blank?
Just instead of putting it on Facebook, put that in Google, and get your
Yes.
answer.
Google it. He would have got an answer in 10 seconds. But
Dude.
instead, he's waiting an hour for Facebook people to respond to it.
That's wild.
I was like,
You know what that is? That
that's the boomers thing I've seen in a long time.
that is someone needing a dopamine hit from the notification dings when people reply.
Maybe.
That is you fishing for. You need notifications in your life to give you a dopamine.
The
hit.
only thing I could see with I think it's very helpful when people do put those questions on Facebook is do you know anybody that's local that is good at this?
Oh,
or
yeah, no,
something?
for
And
sure,
people
yeah.
It's
just
more
throw out
review. That's a
names.
little
Yeah,
different.
That's
but,
reviews and
but,
stuff.
but I'm not
But
going to get
a
on
question
Facebook
like
and
that-
say, like,
that's
what
just
time
like
does Walmart close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, friggin' Google it. First of all, I don't, or whatever, But people do that.
They do.
Yeah.
No,
People do
100%.
that.
That's why we're
Wow.
laughing. Yeah, no, it happens all the time.
Yeah, no. And it's usually, well, never mind.
Yeah. Calling you one out.
I was able to hold that.
Good
Yeah.
catch.
You're
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Growth.
We were just talking about that last night.
we were. Yeah, no, but but that bothers me a lot. It's like whatever you post, if it's Googleable,
Googleable.
do that.
Google it.
Do that. But the review things, I do get that like a
No,
little
for
more.
sure.
You want to go with somebody
Absolutely.
trusted, like if y'all have a good AC guy, who is it or whatever.
Yep.
That type of thing. That's a little different. But
listen. I watched the new documentary on Netflix about like tracking Osama bin Laden. Have you seen that yet?
no,
Didn't I
but I
tell you to
heard,
watch that?
I knew someone did. I couldn't
I heard
remember.
it's
Was it you?
good. I heard it's good.
It's
fire.
really good. So it's really
Yeah, we
good.
talked about it on the podcast. Remember about SEAL Team 6? Literally last week, and y'all were like, "Oh, you're SEAL Team or whatever."
Oh yeah.
It's like, no, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah. No. Okay. I knew someone told me about it, and I couldn't remember who it
Yes.
was. Yes, it was you. So I went and watched it. The first half of the first episode talked about a lot about 9/11. Not going to do that on this podcast, but anyways, yeah, it was really really good, man. And
Dude was able to stay hidden for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah, the whole world's looking for you.
Yeah.
Not just
10
Good.
years.
not
Good
just
offset.
America
Good
coming
offset.
to pay back what you did
yeah.
on this.
There's a reason I brought that up, and I forgot it.
I thought you were surely
You
going
said,
somewhere.
did you watch the new documentary for Netflix?
Netflix, yeah, but I forgot
trying to,
why
like,
I was talking about it.
Rehash
Yeah, I know. I'm
it.
trying to. We were talking
It's
about
old man
we were talking
brain.
about boomers,
That's
and we were
on
talking
the
about
line. Yeah, Google it.
Google it.
I mean, that house was like cut off from the grid and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They grew that in their own garden, and like they would burn their own burn their trash, everything.
They talk about that in it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
wild.
good.
I don't remember. I brought it up for a reason. It's gone now. Maybe it'll come back later.
Pastor Dan just walked by.
PD in
I
the
have
house.
a question of the day for you.
Oh,
There's a couple. I mean, it's not like anything thought provoking, but I can
okay.
find one of those.
okay.
If you could teleport anywhere for 24 hours, where would you go and what would you do?
Teleport in this world.
Anywhere in the world, yeah. For
Could I
24
teleport
hours.
repeatedly within the 24 hours, or just
So
one
if you
teleport
could-
and one return?
Go to one place for 24 hours. Where would you go and what would you do?
I'd probably just go like to, to Munich or something. Is there some way I get like, do I have more money or something when I do this?
I mean,
that's
we can
24
add
hours.
anything we want
Do
to
you
this.
have like
It's just
Can I teleport?
superhuman abilities?
Can I teleport like into a vault?
Yeah, teleportation.
and then
No, like what the place you teleport, you have superhuman ability. Like you can teleport to the deepest, darkest depth of the ocean.
No, thank
Why
you.
would you want to do
yeah,
that?
you can
No,
anywhere.
thank you.
I don't have
Or
the
like
suit
to
for
Wouldn't
that.
you want to see what's down
the
there?
North Pole.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing
Santa
down
Claus is
there.
up there.
Yeah.
There's just aliens
The
down
elves.
there.
Of course he is, dude. How do you think all the presidents get under the tree?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like if I wanted to teleport into like, say, who's a dictator? Kim Jong Un. Surely he has a vault somewhere with like gold bars in it. Could I like teleport into that vault and
then
take some
it-
gold
take it
bars?
back, or did everything stay?
Oh, there you go. There
I
you
mean,
go.
yeah, it says where would you go and what would you do? So you
I would
go
want to
there.
rob a dictator of their wealth.
That's like
Yes, dude.
That's
Great
a movie.
response.
That's good. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
now you can see, or what is that movie?
And I don't feel like
Now
that's
you see me?
sinful.
Yeah, now
I,
you
don't,
see me.
I don't think that's sinful because I'm helping liberate the North Korean people.
Yeah, you're Robin Hood right now.
Robin Hood. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Robin Hood.
I like that.
Men in tights. I'll even put tights on if I have to.
and
I
you
mean,
have
you
before.
have. Yeah, Rick and Steel.
We've seen it. We've witnessed it.
We've witnessed it.
I've witnessed it. Yeah.
That's a great movie.
to my city. I've witnessed it.
That's a
To my family, I witnessed.
Men in Tights. That's a great movie, by the way. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
phenomenal movie, dude. I saw it. I told you. I
Have you
preached
seen
about
that, Nate?
Maybe.
You
I think
should
so.
watch it, dude. It's pretty good. Of
It's
course,
fun.
it is like Dumb and Dumber funny.
It's
so I
a
don't
it's
know
a
if you
parody of the
You know the story of Robin Hood.
Yes.
Okay.
you know the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves with Mel Gibson from like the I guess early 90s or something.
Maybe not. I know the story of Robin Hood.
Yeah. Well,
right?
there's a movie
Robert
that
King.
Mel Gibson was like a Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, and then like a year or two later, there was a parody of that movie called Robin Hood Men in Tights,
That's funny.
and it's freaking hilarious.
We were talking about that.
Is it
That's
kind of like
the-
the scary movies where they make
Yeah,
fun of like
they make
different?
fun of
It's
it.
very
Yes.
much like that.
But
When
not,
that
it's
thing was
not
called-
vulgar at all.
Okay.
yeah, there's like
not-
it's there's no cussing, but like
Dave Chappelle, early Dave Chappelle.
Early
was in
Dave
it.
Chappelle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, like way before he was like super famous. Do you know Liar Liar?
I've heard of it.
The movie Liar Liar with
I've heard of it.
with Jim Carrey.
Heard
Yeah.
of it.
Have you seen it though?
It's been a minute. If
So his
if I have.
ex-wife in that movie's boyfriend that she's thinking about marrying. Anyways, that
Yeah.
he's like the main.
He's Robin
in the
Hood.
movie.
Gotcha.
Phenomenal, dude. Like there's so
awesome.
many like. There's so many.
It's very much like in the movie Prince of Thieves, he comes to this huge area with like a big river and he's trying to cross it, and then the little his name's Little John
No,
is
it's
there.
it's a creek. Remember, I preached
No,
about
I'm
it.
talking about the real movie.
Oh, in the movie.
And then
yeah.
in the parody, it's a little creek.
It's a little
And, and there's a little bridge over it, and then
Little John's
Dave
like, "You
Chappelle's
cannot cross."
he's like, you can't cross without paying the toll. And then it's like, a toll is a toll. And a roll is a roll. If we don't get no tolls, then we don't need no rolls. It's real stupid. And then Dave Chappelle, they're about to fight. Dave Chappelle's like, guys, this ain't exactly the Mississippi. He's like, I'm on one side, I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's funny though.
It's so funny.
Y'all's
dude.
type of humor. I get it.
It is 100%.
It's like Dave Chappelle, there's little things like a one line.
This is what was great before the internet.
Yeah. They got a blind. He's got a blind. Was like their manservant at the castle, and he's blind now. And his name's Blinken. and Dave Chappelle said Abe Lincoln, and then the blind guy goes, "Did you say Abe Lincoln?" It's just stupid stuff like that. It's just dumb.
The one dude's name is
Yeah.
Achu.
Everything.
Yeah, the guy's name's Achu. He's like, "Bless you."
Talking about movies, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Forrest Gump.
Really?
Ooh, I was watching a thing on Instagram the other day, and they were talking about like the greatest villains of all time.
Ooh.
Greatest movie villains of all time. And the number one greatest movie villain of all time was Jimmy from Forrest
Jenny.
Gump.
That's wild. That's
And
wild.
they were like breaking it down with clips from the movie, and you're like, my God, she was evil. Yeah.
Evil.
So,
What about you?
I think. I mean, I think we've talked about this, and I don't have a favorite movie.
That's
I
so
have
hard
a
to
top
answer.
five.
Yeah.
You have to almost do it by genre, if anything.
Yeah, I have a top five.
What's one movie you could watch for the rest of your life?
And like for example, Forrest Gump's my favorite movie, but I don't want to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
But like I could watch, Step Brothers over and over.
Yeah.
Would you consider that great cinema? Probably not. Is it a fantastic movie that you could sit and watch and laugh your butt off over and over?
100%,
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
That 100%. So I'm the same way. I struggle with the top movies thing. Tombstone,
Great
one of the
movie.
best movies of all time.
You don't like Tombstone?
No, she's always.
It's.
I'm your
She's
Huckleberry.
never sat down and watched the whole
I
thing.
have. Yes,
so
I have.
I'm your
It's
Huckleberry.
I don't
Falling
know.
asleep in
I
it.
don't
The
think
greatest
I've seen
movie of all
Tombstone.
time? No.
We didn't say greatest movie of all time.
You've said that. It's the greatest movie of all time.
I mean, I think it's definitely up there. I think it's in that category.
But when you start, the problem is you start naming movies, you can get a really long list where you're like, that's a great movie, that's a great movie, that's
yeah.
a great. I mean, you can just do like Denzel Washington's catalog alone.
Yeah. I mean, and Inception.
Inception's great.
Inception's,
The
phenomenal
Departed.
movie. Departed's great. Then there's, to me, one of it's underrated. Most people don't talk about it. The Prestige is like
a
up
great
there.
movie.
We just watched The Illusionist yesterday, or I did. She caught the
watched
second
part
half
of
of it.
I even think like Titanic is a good movie.
Phenomenal movie. Yeah, talk about villains. Jeez.
Jenny?
Rose.
Not
No,
Jenny.
Rose.
That was Rose.
Yeah. Let him on the door. And then, what else was I thinking about? The one movie that's underrated, most people don't talk about, is Warrior with Tom Hardy.
That's good.
Dude,
Warrior's good.
I've almost every man I know has cried during that movie.
Oh yeah.
So,
Warrior is it's a good movie.
anyways, it's hard. It's
That's
hard
all.
to-
That's hard.
question to
That's
answer.
not saying who's the best band of all time. I mean, that's just so hard.
Right.
You got preference
Mumford and
comes
Sons.
into play, huh?
Mumford and Sons.
Not even top 10.
Best band ever.
Not even close.
I know
Yeah,
you're
let's
gonna
not
say
talk about
like
this.
Def Leppard. Or
No, not. I love Def Leppard. They're definitely not the best band ever. No.
It's like, please don't. Please don't talk about this.
Justin.
They're
Stuff he
definitely,
doesn't know about.
they're definitely
Justin
not.
Bieber.
Yeah, no, that's so hard. Forrest Gump is my.
no.
Sure.
Justin Bieber.
I think Forrest Gump, when you break it down, speaks to a lot of things. Like,
Justin Bieber's talented.
what are these?
For the game.
One of the most talented
He
singers of all time.
he said the F word a lot when he's talking about the guy on stage.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Should we recap the message before we do
We
this?
were
No, I
just
do that at
saying.
the end now.
We were
Remember?
just.
I do the whole here's three things. we're
Oh,
gonna-
so we're not recapping the message and
At
the message
all.
recap.
He recaps it.
Correct.
At
Yeah.
the
It's
end.
at the end.
Okay.
I
So
said the
you're
same
just doing
thing.
it by yourself.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently you don't watch our podcasts.
I don't, because I live it.
I live the part.
No.
It's like when people's like, "Do you ever see that movie that you're in?" They're like, "No, I don't.
No.
Never watch." It's like the
I
people
thought
from
we
The
should talk
Office
about
that
it
never
more.
watch The Office. It's like that's so funny to me. Like I filmed it. I don't need to watch it. Anyways,
He said the F word a lot. I was just there where that happened. Me and Robbie
Yeah.
in DC, we were talking about
Did you
Forrest
say that one
Gump.
doesn't work?
Yeah.
Because the reflecting pool is
At least
all
we
right
don't
this
need it.
deep, and it's
I was gonna use
gross
it
with all
to
the
keep
duck,
score.
duck doo-doo and everything all in
There's
it.
a red one up there.
Can you hand me one of those boards and that red marker?
this one's a
Please.
clean board.
Why the red?
Because it works.
Because I think the black one.
That one works. That black
Or-
marker works.
Or the black marker works on that one.
It works.
All right. Since Justin said he wanted to do trivia again, that's what we're doing.
Hey,
Oh!
A, B,
And it's
C,
all
D,
kind of trivia.
E,
So
F, G.
So
All
this is my
kinds.
answer. I just put
yes,
up.
it's multiple choice. So
A,
you're gonna
B, or
pick it.
C?
Yep. Hold it to
Okay.
yourself until we.
I like it.
I like it.
trivia. I like trivia when it's something that I at least know a little bit about.
Well, hopefully you know a little bit
Let's
about
do
it.
trivia about '90s TV shows.
I did have that. I have that in the car. But I knew Nate wouldn't like
It's
it.
like, why would you do that to me?
All right. So this has entertainment, history,
It's quite a stack.
sports, geography, food, and drink. So we'll do a
Oh.
little bit of each. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I like it.
I like it.
All right. So just pick your answer, and then we'll all reveal together.
All right.
All right.
Should we say the name of these cards?
Oh, that's wild. I didn't even read that. That's funny.
Covered up to the camera here. Yeah.
No.
All right.
All right. Actor Will Smith's first name is short for what? A. William, B. Willard, C. Wilson.
I got it.
What is Will Smith's first name short for?
3,
William, Willard, or Wilson?
3, 2, 1.
But I don't know. I think it's.
It's B. Willard.
I knew that.
I did not know.
I did not know that.
I assumed William.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to
I think he was called William on the show sometimes.
yeah.
That
Food
doesn't mean
and
it's
drink.
accurate, obviously.
True.
But
Yeah.
We're going to food and drink. Which country is the birthplace of coffee? So I'm not gonna say A, B, or C. It's so Brazil, Colombia, or Ethiopia. A is Brazil, B is Colombia, C is Ethiopia.
Oh, I think it's one, but I'm gonna choose
5,
the other.
4,
that's a.
3.
I think that could be a slight trick.
2, 1.
I'm going B, but I think
C.
it could be C.
What Ethiopia?
It is C, Ethiopia.
Yes. I almost put Brazil.
Yeah.
I almost put Brazil. You put Colombia? Yeah.
That's cocaine, sir.
All right, geography.
My
Which
favorite.
language has the most native speakers? A, Spanish, B, English, C, Mandarin. Which language has the most native speakers?
What was the first one?
A, Spanish, B, English, C, Mandarin. 3, 2,
I'm wrong.
1, go. C, Mandarin.
I'm right. I'm right.
Yeah.
I was just
Finally
thinking
on the
there's a whole
board.
lot of people that speak Spanish worldwide
Yeah.
versus just a dialect of Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the number of people on that continent.
I know. That's
That's a lot. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know how many there are Mandarin speakers versus.
It's one of the hardest.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's what I learned in my Mandarin class.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What is the capital of China?
Oh.
A, Hong Kong, B, Shanghai, C, Beijing. What is the capital of China? It's
I
Martha.
think I know this, but
Hong
it's between
Kong,
two. Gosh
Shanghai,
darn it. This.
Beijing.
Ah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. What do y'all say? C, B, B. It's Beijing.
I was
C.
going to put Beijing. Oh, darn it. Darn it.
I need that red marker. This one is
Shanghai
not
just
working.
sounded too real.
What did?
I think it's because
Shanghai.
Chris Tucker Jackie Chan was in Shanghai Noon. I think that's what got me. That movie.
I didn't think of that. Dang.
Yeah, you were like 3. With
I was
that
thinking
movie.
Beijing Olympics. I'm like, I knew it.
All right. In
Should've thought of that.
1867,
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
the United States of America purchased Alaska from which country? A, Russia, B, France, C, Germany.
What
Where
is it
did-
again?
Where did the U.S. purchase Alaska from? A, Russia, B, France, C, Germany. All right. What's your answer? You say France,
Yep.
Russia, France. It was Russia. A.
Oh.
Good job.
That was a total guess.
That was a guess.
Like, you knew that.
Apparently, so was yours.
I didn't realize it came from Russia. I was
I just
close to
knew
Russia.
France,
I just
and
knew
France
Russia was
and England
cold.
like owned everything. So,
Yeah.
Or
All right.
I just knew Russia was cold.
Jesus.
Both cold. It must be them.
Well, they're right next. Technically, they're right
They're
next
close
to each other.
other. Yeah.
No, that's why I was like, I knew Russia was cold, so it had to be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which of
Yes.
the following casino games has the best odds of winning?
No, this is. I got
A,
this.
slots, B, Keno, or C, blackjack?
Oh, this is scary. All right.
All right, what you think? Blackjack. You said
You put
slots?
slots?
It's blackjack.
Dang it. I didn't know. I thought blackjack would be too good to be true. It's like, that's an easy, like, I feel like.
Those are
I
terrible
did play
odds.
blackjack one time in Vegas. I
Those-
won.
Did you win?
I won, and then I lost it all,
Imagine that.
which I'm okay with because that's the only time I've ever gambled.
That's kinda how they do
or
it.
Played in the casino.
You know what's the worst odds in a casino?
What?
Roulette.
Oh, yeah. All right, which famous illusionist is known for performing extreme feats of endurance?
Air Eisenberg.
From The Illusionist.
That's from The Illusionist. Yeah, sorry.
Chris Angel Mind Freak.
A, Chris Angel.
I used to watch his show all the time.
A. Chris Angel, B. Darren Brown, or C. David Blaine. Which famous illusionist is known for performing extreme feats of endurance?
I don't know this.
I think
I
I only know two of them.
I don't think it's David Blaine, but I could be wrong.
All right, what you say?
Is it? You think it's David Blaine?
I was gonna choose.
You said feats of endurance, though.
Endurance.
Yeah, extreme feats
is
of
it David
I
endurance.
Blaine?
think it's David Blaine.
I'm
That's
picking.
Blaine.
I'm picking
Blaine.
Mind Freak guy.
It was David Blaine.
Yeah, he did like David Blaine did like he froze himself for like 3 days or something.
Oh, I'm confusing David Blaine with Copperfield.
Blaine was my favorite to watch.
You're right. I was. What's Copper? Whatever.
David Copperfield.
David Copperfield's a magician, right?
Copperfield.
I was confusing him with him.
Mind Freak.
Yeah, you're right. It's David Blaine.
Yeah, what a show.
That was.
Didn't he wear like affliction shirts and stuff?
Oh, he was afflicted out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
He looked like he was in the band Paramore.
Oh, okay. Which of the following is not a Kellogg's brand cereal?
Oh, I don't know the difference.
A. Frosted Flakes, B. Lucky Charms, or C. Fruit Loops? Which is not a Kellogg's brand cereal?
Frosted Flakes.
Lucky Charms or Fruit Loops?
What's the other brand? What's the other main brand?
Post.
Oh, there's Post. Yeah, there's.
I don't know the other ones.
What was it? 3?
Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops.
I think I got one.
Got it.
Got it.
All right, what you think?
B.
C.
Lucky Charms, B.
Oh,
Lucky
damn
Charms.
it. I was gonna do B.
Okay, so far it's 4-7-4. Brad's winning.
Man, I'm behind. How did Brad
All right,
beat him
we'll
a
do a few more.
geography question?
No, you won the geography question. I've got all the other ones right.
All right.
No, I was talking about the Alaska one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true that. Yeah.
I guess that really wasn't
You got
geography.
Beijing. I got Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many Great Pyramids are there in Giza?
The Pyramids of Giza.
Giza. Is it Giza or Giza?
I think it's Giza.
Giza. How many Great Pyramids are there in that place?
In that place.
A, 3, 4, 5. A, B, or C.
Well, are we using GPR or
LiDAR. Or using LiDAR.
GPR ground penetrating?
Only
radar?
not worldwide. Just in Giza.
Just in Giza. All right, I'm ready.
A, B, or C. 3, 4, 5.
3, 2, 1.
It's 3, right?
It is 3. Good job. You all got it.
Yes.
Because there's the great one, and then there's like 2 smaller ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right outside of like an AT&T store.
Yeah, you think it's the middle of nowhere? It's not.
Yeah.
It's like I've been to what's the waterfall thing called? Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Yeah.
And you think that's like in the middle of nowhere? Have you been?
Yeah, there's
Brett
the
takes it.
Sabaros right outside.
All the pictures are like it's this. If that camera would have been this way, it's like a casino. Ripley's Believe It or Not. It's like all right there. It's like, leave it to Americans. Of course, that's in Canada, so leave it to white people. Yeah.
Oh, like.
All right.
That's funny.
In 10-pin bowling, how many strikes in a row do you need to achieve a perfect game? A, 10, B, 12, C, 13. How many strikes in a row do you need to achieve a perfect game? 10, 12, 13.
Wait. Can I do the math?
Yeah. I don't know what. Just think of the phrase.
Hold on. Let us know what equation you're putting in. I'm just kidding.
I want to know what math you're doing.
I'm trying to see what math you're doing.
What did you just do?
I would like to know what math you're
I'm
doing.
not telling you.
10 pin.
All right.
Oh my god.
10, 12, or 13.
I don't know because bowling is stupid.
No, it's not.
It's very
All
stupid.
right, what's your answer?
I'm saying 10 because there's 10 frames.
No.
No. that's not
Right?
It's 12.
It's 12.
There's 12 frames? Phew, all
No,
right.
it's 10 frames, and then you get 2 extra if you bowl a strike in the 10th frame.
That's what I never.
Well, perfect game is what, like 360?
300.
Right?
300.
300.
300?
Yeah.
But it's also like a math
All right, let's go
equation
to
too.
history.
It's
Yeah.
like times, like it's so.
I hate bowling.
Me too. I'm terrible at it. I can never be good. So I hate it.
Like golf.
That's not true. That's not true. I've gotten good at golf.
I knew it Evan Watson.
All right, which famous artist is known for cutting off his own ear?
Ooh.
Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, or Claude Monet?
Oh, I learned about this one in art history. You guys had that so quick. There's no way y'all know.
I didn't know.
That's easy. That's
Really?
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna do.
Those of us that enjoyed movies in the '90s remember this.
And I could be wrong. I don't know. I think I know.
All right, I'm gonna do
Yeah, I
this
could
one.
definitely be wrong.
All right, what'd you say?
Picasso.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh.
I was gonna. Dang it.
I'm on fire today, y'all.
You're doing great. How much time do we have left? We can do a couple more.
All right.
2 more.
That is a couple.
All right. Before launching Tesla, Elon Musk co-founded a tech company now known as what?
Easy.
Square, PayPal, or Venmo? A, B, or C.
Oh.
What did Elon Musk co-founded a
I
tech
think I
company
know
now
what it
known
is.
as what?
I think I know what it is.
All right. What do you think?
PayPal.
PayPal.
That's what I picked.
PayPal.
I picked that. PayPal.
Good job. All right. What category do you want for your last one? Science and tech, history, sport.
We haven't done a sports one.
We did a couple.
We did the bowling, but
Oh, bowling isn't a sport. Yeah. I'm kidding
that's
for all the bowlers
crazy.
out there.
That's crazy talk. Yeah.
Dude,
Have you seen that professional bowler that's like the most electric dude ever? He's like this
Dude, the
older
I'm
dude.
him guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're thinking of the same person.
Yeah,
He's like the
yeah.
most electric dude ever. Like he would get like strikes and he would just freak out. He's
Yes.
like,
Yeah. I'm him. Who are you? That guy.
yeah. Oh man.
All right. What sport was created by Native Americans as a religious and recreational activity? Lacrosse, tug of war, or wrestling? A, B, or C?
I
A,
got it.
lacrosse, B, tug of war, C, wrestling.
I got
What
it.
sport was created by Native Americans as a religious
Had to
and
just suppress a
recreational
lot of jokes
activity?
on that one.
a religious and what?
Recreational activity.
I got it.
I don't know.
If I get this wrong,
What'd you say?
I need to
You changing it?
stop.
All right, what'd you say?
Tug of war.
Lacrosse. Nate got it.
Oh wow.
Native Americans from this continent? Lacrosse is a European sport.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Native
took it back,
Americans
dude.
from
It
this
went back over
continent. That makes no sense.
That's wrong. I'm challenging that. Lacrosse is a European game, isn't it?
Obviously not. It's Native American.
All right.
Native Americans
You got
migrated over the
7.
land bridge.
Brad got 11. Nate got 8. So Brad wins.
I lost trivia to Nate.
You lost to Nate.
Golly.
Are you smarter than Nate?
Well-
Boatcher?
Before
Obviously
that, you
aren't.
switched it. What did you have before?
I was going to say
Wrestling.
wrestling.
Oh.
I wasn't going to pick lacrosse. It
Yeah.
just sounds
Yeah,
stupid.
lacrosse sounded like to me. It was like that sounds like a dumb thing to be in there.
Well, I'm thinking soccer is all these. It's a very similar game to soccer. Why'd you bring that up at our closing of the podcast?
Okay, can you start back over like we're closing
I
it?
thought we were cutting it out. I thought this is.
Yeah, but
This
we
is-
started it
We're
back.
picking back up and go. Thank you guys for tuning into the Message Recap
Oh,
podcast.
golly.
We're so glad
Thanks
that you
for-
joined us. You never know what's going to happen here at Transformation Church. Ashley, as always, thank you for a phenomenal
Because we cut
game.
it out.
I won again.
That was a brilliant game.
Yeah.
Second place.
Hey,
Good for you. bud.
I
Good
lost.
for
First
you.
winner though.
Justin in
if you're
trivia.
in second place, and you know, you're just not as smart as me today. Not. I would say you're smarter than me.
Yeah. I would too.
You're wiser
Justin,
than me, yeah.
tell them where they can find more information about us if they wanted to visit your.
The interwebs of transformationchurch.com. Not of transformationchurch.com, but you know. Get on your Google.
On the Google.
Google it.
Type in
Don't-
You
don't
could
post
go
on
to Facebook and ask for a link,
Please
and
don't.
someone might post it. But other than-
Transformationchurch.com. Or on all socials at Transformation Pensacola.
Yep. So glad you joined us. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Yes.
We're going to get ready to send it over to our segment on the message recap portion.
Is that you?
For the message recap podcast.
Oh, you're doing it?
It is me. Yeah. Be back in just a minute. Hey guys, welcome back to the message recap portion of the message recap podcast. And again, as we've been doing lately, coming to you with some helpful tips on how to walk out Sunday's message. Pastor Rick brought a great message to the kickoff of our summer road trip series. So each week during our summer road trip series, we're going to be using a topic that kind of points to a road trip. So he talked about let's get moving. We're talking about setting the destination, getting on the road, even what to do when your faith feels flat, stopping for snacks. Are we there yet? Those are all themes of the sermons, and it's all centered around the journey of our faith. And so this week, Pastor Rick did a great message kicking off the Summer Road Trip series, talking about let's get moving. And I think, man, it's so easy in our faith to become complacent, to sit still, to kind of get stuck even. And I know that the message spoke to a lot of us. You could check out that video by going into YouTube, looking at our channel, or going scrolling up even in your podcast channel and listening to the full message. Here's one thing I'll tell you, though. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those things to the podcast and the YouTube, because you can make sure you get all the notifications when new things drop for you. And so today I'm going to give you 3 practical things that you can look at to help get you moving on your faith journey. So if you've been stuck, if you've been complacent, if you've kind of been figuring out what the next thing is for you, what does it look like to get moving? All these things, as usual, assume that you're doing the 3 basic Christian principles to your faith, which is reading the word, praying, and finding moments of worship. So let's jump into what those 3 things are for your practical steps. Number 1 is I want to encourage you to reestablish a simple daily routine with God. Reestablish a simple daily routine with God. I am married now for 15 years. And the one thing I'll tell you is, Ashley and I have a great marriage. We love each other, but our marriage is not built on huge, inconsistent moments, but rather smaller, consistent ones. I'm gonna say it again. Our healthy marriage is not built on huge, inconsistent moments, meaning it's not that we just celebrate each other on our anniversary once a year, but rather we create small, consistent moments weekly on date nights or daily by saying, I love you. Those are the ways that our marriage is together. So I think it's interesting how many people want to keep their spiritual life together with large or big monumental moments that only occur once a year. So they go to a big conference, they get refueled, and they think that's supposed to carry them till next year. And it's not the way it works. We have to have consistent small moments that maintain our relationship with the Lord far more than we have big moments. And so I want to encourage you to reestablish a simple daily rhythm with God. And so I tell people all the time, don't try to go big. I actually encourage you, go small. Like, find the small, quiet moments far more than you find the big ones. Thank God he shows up in that loud worship song you have cranked in your car, and the person at the red light thinks you're crazy because your windows aren't tinted, and you're just giving God your all. Praise God, he shows up in that moment. But I'm here to tell you today, sometimes you turn that music up just as loud and you sing just as loud, and it feels like he's not there the same way. Now, we know that he is. Something about us feeling it isn't the same, because sometimes those moments aren't the same. But I can tell you this, the small moments that are consistent, we can always lean into. And again, sometimes you don't feel that. It's just knowing that you're connected. And so I want to encourage you to do a simple thing. Set a consistent time to do the things that matter most. Right? So set a consistent time to wake up for your Bible, set a consistent time. So for me, my rhythm is I get up every morning, I go to my coffee maker in my kitchen, I have a playlist of instrumental kind of worship music. It's not words, it's just instrumental stuff going on in the atmosphere. I go, I make my own coffee. All that's already going when I wake up. I have an Alexa. You can get a little Alexa for $50 or $30 or something, and program it to come on at a certain time. That's what mine does. So when I wake up, I'm walking right into this presence of how I experience God and how I connect with God. I go, I make my coffee. It's very quiet. The dogs aren't awake yet. Ashley's not awake yet. My phone hasn't started buzzing yet. Matter of fact, I wake up to my phone being in do not disturb until at least after my prayer time. So every morning, my phone's in do not disturb automatically until I know that I'm going to be done with my prayer time. And so I want to encourage you, those are small things. I make my coffee, I sit still with the Lord, I read my Bible, I pray, I do all those things before the world goes crazy, because once my day starts, it's not coming back. All right. And so those are small, consistent things that I do to connect with God, because I know the world will make me inconsistent. I I have to choose to be consistent. But those are small. Those aren't huge things, right? I'm not telling you to carve out an hour. I'm not telling you I sit down. I know people would love to, you're Brad, you're a pastor. You say you have 3 hours every morning with God. Not even close, all right? Sometimes it's literally 5 to 10 minutes, but it's consistent. And that's what I'm getting you to understand. So reestablish a simple daily rhythm with God. Tony Robbins says it this way. He says, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. And I think that's important. A few things you can do during that time. Again, set a consistent time to do it. Pray honestly in that moment. Sometimes all you can get out is, God, I need help. Sometimes all you can get out is, God, I'm so glad you're here. But either way, we're connecting with the Lord. And then the one thing I always encourage, journal one thought. The one thing I do every morning, I'll just write one thing down about where I'm at, what I'm going through. I actually have a 5-year journal. So I can see last year on this day where God had me, and I can see today where God has me. And man, sometimes it's a powerful thing when I'm going through a dark moment to be able to reflect to 1 year ago or 2 years ago and see where God brought me from. But reestablish a simple daily routine. The second thing, number 2, take one step of obedience. Again, we're talking about getting moving. The second thing is take one step of obedience. Sometimes we can be overwhelmed by how far we still have to go in our journey. Man, God, I know you want me to be way out there one day. I feel called to the ministry. I'm going to be a worship leader one day, but I'm just learning how to play guitar. I feel called into full-time ministry, but right now, I'm still working at Applebee's or whatever the case may be. And listen, that's fine. I'm not saying none of those things might happen for you. What I'm saying is you can't get overwhelmed by the distance between where you are and where you feel called to be. You have to just make the decision that today I'm taking one step of obedience. Today I'm going to be the best waiter I can be, bank teller I can be, nurse I can be on my way to where I believe God is leading me. And so one thing I always encourage people to ask themselves is, what is the last thing God asked me to do that I haven't done yet? What's the last thing God asked me to do that I haven't done yet? Because listen, God's not interested in having you at step 100 if you're not even willing to take step 3. So what is the one thing God has asked me to do that I haven't done yet? Do that. And then you'll get to 4, and then you'll get to 5, and then you'll get to 36, and then you'll get to 73, and eventually you'll be at step 100. But you got to take 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 before you can get there. And so, maybe that step is to forgive somebody. Maybe you got some bitterness in you that you've yet to let go of. And until you deal with that, God's not going to release you. Maybe it's to serve somebody. Maybe God has called you to bring something to a neighbor or a coworker or serve someone and you haven't done it. Let go of something toxic. Get out of the relationship, something like that. What is it God has told you to do that you refuse to do? And maybe that will help set you on the trajectory to get you where you're supposed to be. Because listen, at some point, you got to break the spiritual paralysis in your life sometimes to get moving. And that's what we're talking about today. So number 1, again, reestablish a simple daily routine. Number 2, take one step of obedience. And then number 3, refocus on Jesus, not just discipline. In our Christian journey, discipline is a very big deal. Saying yes to the right things, saying no to the wrong things, that's a big deal. But it's really easy for discipline to become a duty rather than a delight. And we have to remember that our Christian disciplines should give us joy because we're following Jesus fully. But if we only focus on the disciplines and we don't focus on Jesus as the reward, then ultimately all we're left with is the law. And the law puts us in bondage. All right. And so what does that look like? There's a song by Jason Upton called In Your Presence. And one of the verses for that song, these are the lyrics for it. And every time I hear it, man, it just speaks to my soul. And he says, Father, I'm returning to things I used to do because somewhere on the journey, I think I lost hold of the truth that nothing really satisfies like when you speak my name. So tell me that you'll never leave and everything will be okay. And I think that's a powerful verse and exactly what we're talking about today, that if Jesus is not the reward, then the disciplines really aren't worth it, right? Heaven is not the reward for a life given to Christ. Heaven is the destination. Jesus is the reward. So maybe you've lost the love for Christ, but you wonder why your faith journey is not moving. Well, if your faith journey is only equated to proper disciplines, it's always going to feel dry and brittle. But if your faith journey is connected to Jesus, then it's always going to feel like it has fuel in the fire. the thing that I can encourage you to do with this, for some of you, maybe you're so stuck that you even tried a number of these things. Well, in the Bible, and especially in the Old Testament, there's a constant conversation about wells and altars. And we talk about them a lot in kind of staff level and here in the church and stuff about going back to the altars that our fathers built and the wells that our fathers dug. And there's a whole story in the Bible about Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Jacob's well and Abraham's well and all these things. And anyways, the main point I'm getting at is there's a story where they tried to dig their own wells, but the wells they were trying to dig could not provide sustenance. So eventually what they had to do is go back to the wells of their fathers that had always provided for them. And for you, what you might need to do, rather than actually trying to find a new thing in your faith journey, is some of us might need to go back to an old thing for just a little bit. Here in Pensacola, there's a building. It's on Fairfield Drive. It's where God called me to ministry. It's where I learned to play drums. It's where I experienced true worship for the very first time. It's not where I preached my first sermon. I would say it's probably where I preached my first good one. But it's a small block building on Fairfield, surrounded by a cemetery. And in that building, on a particular side of the room, underneath a window, is where God met me in the most powerful way that I could ever explain to you. And about a year and a half ago, just when I felt like there was a season in my life where great things were happening, but I also just felt disconnected from God. And if you read my sermon in the past few weeks, you've heard me talk about the season where I felt like my prayers just weren't going anywhere. And I eventually started thanking God for what he had done in my life with Ashley, and I reconnected with God. This is in that same season. One of the other things that I did that I haven't really talked about before is I know the owner of that building now. We don't own it anymore. Someone else owns that building, but I know the owner, and I called them. And I just said, hey, can I come by for just a little bit? They work there. No one's there throughout the day, most weekdays. I said, can I come by on a weekday where no one's really going to be there? I'd really like to just sit in the room. And I went back to the well, if you will, this place that had fed me at one point in my life. And I went back and I sat down on the floor under that window in the place that God had met me in really powerful ways before. It was a very shaping environment for me. And in that place, I met God again in a powerful way. And there was something about going back to the place that I had met God before. And I didn't have an expectation of God. I wasn't saying I need to feel the goosebumps again or I needed to have a feeling. I just wanted to go back to a place where God had met me before and experience God in a way that perhaps he wanted me to experience him. And so my encouragement to you is maybe there's a tree where God met you that you need to go sit under again. Maybe there's a place where you parked your car in a parking lot where you cried out to God and you haven't cried out to him the way you did then ever since. And maybe you need to go park in that same spot. And those are all, very kind of practical semantic things. At the end of the day, you can meet God anywhere, but I think sometimes there's something unique about a location that triggers our memory that causes us to have a little more faith than maybe we've had in other places. And so my encouragement to you is if you're trying to get your faith moving, don't live in your rearview mirror, but maybe you could just go visit a place where God got you moving before to encourage you to get moving again. And so with that said, those are our 3 things I want to encourage you to do. Man, I hope you have written those down, and maybe one of them will help you. Maybe all 3 of them will help you. But at the end of the day, God wants us to get moving. All right, guys. Hey, let us know if things are helping. Drop them in the comments if you can. We'd love to connect with you in a greater way. But in the meantime, we'll catch you guys next week for more on the Message Recap Podcast. Later.